Guys, welcome back. Welcome back. I am Norm. This is Norm Can't Shoot, and we are here. Listen, we're coming down to the end here of this playthrough of our Star Trek Deep Space Nine theme playthrough of Rising Star 2, the best little rock band simulator in the world. So we've been riding a wave of unprecedented success. Okay, the last album was just chef's kiss. Okay, last album went spectacularly, and now we are prepping for what could very well be our final album of this playthrough. We're gonna have to see. My goal ideally is to open at number one worldwide, so that's in both markets, Europe and North America. Europe, I think I'm fairly solidly convinced that we can open at number one in Europe. North America is going to be tricky. North America is going to be tricky. I think we could reach number one, but are we going to open at number one there? I don't know. That's going to be tough. But in the interim, we need to start writing some songs. Thank God that right at the 11th hour, we've got another hit on our hands after an entire playthrough with one single stinking hit. So listen, the next album, I'm going to try and get. The goal right now is going to be to play some gigs. We might do a short tour. I got to take a look at do the math on the calendar there and see if that's going to work out. But the goal is to develop some ideas so that we can get a couple of more extra 100 songs in there. If we can, the songwriting has been slowed to a snail's pace, unfortunately. So I'd like to try and get that up and going again and see if we can't get a few more. We have now the minimum number of songs, so we'll be able to do the album one way or the other, even if we can't get any more 100 songs. But I'd like to get a couple more 100 quality songs that we can throw onto the album, if possible. If not, listen, what are you going to do? We'll make do with what we've got, right? So, oh, Mr. Dot, listen, anything you're able to show up for, I'm happy. No need to apologize for not being here. It's quite all right. We're happy to have you. We're happy to have you. Listen, man, as someone who has to occasionally delay or skip streams because of real life obligations, it happens to everybody. It's not a problem. Not a problem. All right, let's beam on over. All right. So, look at that wall of success. Sorry, walls of success. Oh, it looks good. It looks good, but there's lots of room. There's lots of room to add some more. So let's take a look at when we have to get this album out for. Again, we like to see this. Okay, Satan's green triangle of excellence. Popularity is still 80 plus, so that's all good. Okay, so we have to release in September. It's already June. So by the time we work through June, July, so really August is going to be when we're going to have to be recording and getting prepped for the album coming out. So do we have, I don't know that we're going to have time to really do a tour, especially where June is already fairly booked up. I mean, unless we wanted to do a real quickie tour in July, just to kind of build up some inspiration. And then we could take the first bit of August to kind of practice up the songs that we need to and do the recordings. And then in September, we can do that. So maybe let's do that. Let's try and do starting like July 1st to July 31st. We'll just do a month of July. We'll try and do a quickie tour. Do we want to tour the States or do we want to tour Europe? That is the tricky one. I think the States, because I'd rather keep my my fingers on the pulse of the attitudes and so forth for the States, because that's going to be the trickier market, I feel like, for us to try and hit that number one position. Not that it's going to be easy to open at number one in Europe, but I feel like that's a much, much more likely outcome than the US. Okay, so let's get the manager working on that then. Book a tour. We are going to start in July, and we're going to go all the way to the end of July. And we are going. Oh, it's too bad we can't start in here. We got that. I mean, I guess we're probably going to be the opening act on this tour, unless we can luck out and find a particularly good band to tour with, because our popularity is going to be higher than anything we've got going on here. But let's take a look. Let's start at Toronto, where we've got a place. Look, look at that. I 80 right off the bat. Right off the bat. I mean, that's good luck, is it not? I mean, it seems silly, but let me just check a couple of other ones just on the off chance we could find something better than that. But that's definitely a good sign to start off with an 80. I mean, Jesus, after all the difficulty, we looked all over like the entire continent of North America trying to find a half decent band. There's a 77 in Georgia, but and then right off the bat, let's just check the West Coast if we want to start in like LA, San Diego out here. Otherwise, we're just going to say screw it, and we're going to start the tour in Toronto and see where it goes. We do have a place in San Francisco, but there's not much going on there. So, yeah, we're getting some better, we're getting some much better options this time than we had last time. Look at Canada showing up here. Nobody wants to start a tour at Edmonton. Definitely not Regina. We'll just check Montreal, see if we're gonna get a little French start. All right, listen, I'm there for it, man. Alter for Act. My only hesitation, the only reason I want to take a quick little peek around is Alter for Act. I'm not crazy about that title. And you know how I am with titles, guys. You know how I am with titles. It's a very important factor, all right? So, okay. We're going to call this the Runabout Tour in honor of the Runabouts, right? From DS9, right? Because again, what did you use at DS9? What did you use at Runabout for? Quick little trip somewhere. Quick small little trip somewhere. That's what we're doing. We're doing a quick little tour. All right. We're not going to set any area limitations. We're just going to see where the tour takes us. And there you go. We will get Super Agent Bob Sweeney on that right now. I don't need to repair. Is Saturday, so we could actually go see a, let's go see a show. Let's go see a show. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, there's my old friends Breezy. All right, let's go there. Let's go there. We'll see that. Oh, no, wait, never mind. We already saw, I guess it's... Stop. I'm parked. Never mind. Never mind. I didn't actually look out the windows to see whether it was daytime or nighttime. Listen, it's been like that during COVID, man. I don't know whether it's day or night. I'm inside all day. Thank God for the windows. But when I'm streaming, I got all the windows shut up in here, so I have no idea what the hell time it is. Okay, then we'll just practice. We'll just practice. That's fine. Let's see. We're just gonna get those up to snuff. Now this is our other hit, Way of the Warrior. Oh, it feels so good to actually have a hit. I mean, it sucks that it's low energy, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Beggars can't be choosers. Okay. All that's fine. Are we close to a milestone? Yeah, we're getting close on Disco Cisco. I'm hoping that by the time that the next album comes out, or at least shortly thereafter, Disco Cisco will hit Diamond. So hit that 10 million mark would be a nice milestone to hit, I think. Oh, double. Let me tell you, the one thing I do appreciate about my job, because my son's in the same thing. My son's in an industry where he has to work kind of, he doesn't know his schedule until like a couple of days before. Sometimes he'll work a 5-hour shift. Sometimes he'll work a 12-hour shift. Sometimes he'll work a double, like you say. You know, hours are all over the place. He's traveling all over the place, and it's a nightmare to plan your life. So for me, I've been so thankful that my office job, as boring as some might find it, the one of the main advantages of it is that I haven't worked a weekend in decades, literally decades. And I know exactly how many hours I'm going to work. It's very rare that I have to work later. If I have to work extra, it's usually me wanting to get work done as opposed to my boss saying, hey, you've got to work, right? So I just work my 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Done. The rest of it's my time. So I'm very fortunate in that regard. Very fortunate. I worked a lot of crappy jobs before that to get to this point. So I feel like I've earned the rest, as it were. So, all right, we're just gonna keep on practicing until we've got a gig coming up on the weekend here. The tour, we're probably gonna get the announcement for the tour very shortly. Speak of the devil. All right, let's see where we're gonna go. Toronto, Detroit, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Louisville, Nashville, Alabama, Atlanta. Again, we're doing a wide swing through the South. Oh, we're going all over the place here. Richmond, Virginia Beach, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philly, New York, Montreal, back to Chicago, St. Louis, Kansas City, Oklahoma, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, and then finishing up in Houston. All right. That's kind of going all over that map. My geography is not great, but it's a little all over the place. I apologize for the voice a little bit here too, guys. Hang on. Excuse me. Little congested. But I'm not enough to miss a Trek Tuesday. Just enough to make me sound stupid periodically. Stupider than normal. All right. I guess the advantage too in terms of timing is that if we release the album in September and then we tour until basically the end of the year, because you've got October, November, December, right? So if we tour to fill that contract till the end of the year, then theoretically we can see if we're going to get nominated for a Shady Award, because that would be the ultimate way to cap it off. Do you know what I mean? If we can hit our album goals with this next album and then finish up the tour and then end the whole series on a Shady Awards, hopefully winning the Shady Award, but who knows? It's an honor to be nominated. It's an honor just to be nominated. So, all right. Let's see. That one's not great. Oh, I guess I should check the attitudes in... Oh, I guess... I'll wait till closer to the end of the month. I was saying check the attitudes in the States to see, because I don't know what's going to be hot and what's not going to be not. So I guess I should just practice a little bit of everything. Dusseldorf. Yeah, I mean these last couple of albums, they've all been slowly inching up. So I've got a ton of popular songs. Really, everything off the albums is basically to the moon. We are the Dogecoin of songs. Where's it going? Dusseldorf. Dusseldorf. All right. I guess we'll just use the same 9 set. I gotta practice Sons of Moog. I didn't realize I wasn't at 100% for Sons of Moog. You can watch the nice flip here with the hit. There we go. There's that hit boost. That's what I love to see. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. That's not what I meant to do. Did anybody watch? I watched Army of the Dead. Where am I going to London for? I'm so dumb. I just went to the next place without really thinking about it. I haven't got... Hang on. Let's go back home for the day. But yeah, I watched Army of the Dead. I wasn't going to watch Army of the Dead, but I was hanging out with my son, and I knew he'd like that movie, so we decided to watch it. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I mean, it was exactly what I was expecting. It was like a Zack Snyder zombie movie, so it was completely ridiculous and over the top. But not in an unentertaining way. You know, it was just a big, dumb action movie, which is fine. Tig Notaro, of course, stole the show completely. And I didn't realize she had been digitally inserted into... She'd been digitally inserted into the movie because they had gotten Chris D'Elia, or whatever his name is, previously to oh no. Do I have to go there now? I'm confused. Hang on. Oh, I gotta go back to London. Okay, sorry. But then he turned out he was a sex pest and a bit of a creeper. So they just like shot Tig Notaro being a smartass in front of a green screen for like $1 million, and digitally inserted her seamlessly. Like I didn't even realize until afterwards that that's what happened. But she was great. It was a good movie. There you go. There's my movie review for the week. I thought it was pretty good. Tig Notaro, of course, of Star Trek fame. Level up for Worf. Jeez, Worf. What do we... Okay, well, I guess let's put in the music. There you go. Alright, where to next? Paris. Yeah, I would like to, I'd like to be able to get another 100 song at least in here. That's what I'm hoping that the inspiration from the thing is going to let me do. But, I mean, we shall see, I guess. Also on the weekend, I did my Star Trek tier list for all the characters. I didn't know how much time it was going to take, and I thought, well, maybe like an hour or so to go through the Star Trek characters. Like, I'm just rating them. I'm just ranking them on the tier list and just talking a little bit about them. I figured, maybe like an hour, maybe a little over an hour. 2.5 hours, guys. I babbled on about Star Trek characters for 2.5 hours. Like... It's the weird part. I surprised myself by how geeky I was. So, if you got 2.5 hours to kill, you can either watch Land of the Dead by Zack Snyder, or you can listen to me ramble on about Star Trek characters for 2.5 hours. So, I would not blame you for doing the former above the latter. But if you did have interest, I got it saved on Twitch. You can go back and watch it. I haven't put it onto YouTube yet, but it's available. Oh, of course, of course. I tell you, when I get to this tour, I'm gonna buy her like 500 drum skins. I'm gonna buy an obscene... I've got $19 million. I'm gonna buy an obscene amount of equipment. Let's do a little refurbish for all. Let's just get everybody settled up here, first of all. What do we need, Jedzia? What are you missing? Drumsticks. Anything good? Not much. Okay, well, let's get a bunch of those. We're almost out on cymbals, so let me see if there's anything decent here for cymbals that I can get. We'll just get that one for now. I've still got drum heads, so we're okay. While I'm here, is everybody good for strings? Everybody good for strings? Everybody's good for strings. All right. I'm excited to get to this next album, man. I'm excited to get to this next album. Sold out of shirts. Gotta get some shirts. It's a nice, cool night.
Perfect for cruising around with the windows down and the system.
We can
up.
get them in Bremen.
JD O'Grady here. Say, have a great night.
Where is the printer? Straight ahead. Let's take the lazy way. Wink. There we go. Listen, we got a tour coming up. Let's get 100,000 shirts. Boom! How's that for optimism? Beautiful. Okay, where's my gig? Yes. There we go. That's where we are. I probably should have given myself a week before the tour started, but it's such a tight schedule, I can't really do it. I thought just because I need to get, I don't know what's popular in the States right now. I haven't been managing that. Can I check here? Let me just take a look and see what's popular right now.
Listening to the sounds of the night.
Flat Earth, wealth, and religion. I don't think I've got anything that's going to be... I've got a couple of destitution songs that it might be a problem for, but... Otherwise, I think I'm probably okay. I mean, again, that could change on a moment's notice anyway, so... I'm not worried too much about it. Okay, let's head to Brussels. Let's see if we can't get some songwriting going here. Everybody's chock full of inspiration. That's what we like to see. Write a song. 50 new ideas. That's just what the doctor ordered. But are any of them matchable? Nothing. How is it possible that these aren't matchable? How is it even possible that we've got nothing matchable? Unbelievable. Okay, but that said, we can still maybe do a song? No, not with that one. That one. That one. That one. Oh, now we're screwed. $25, $35, $20 now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, I mean... Hooray! We did something. Okay. Well, there's not much to be done. I want some of these 20s to line up. That's the thing. If some of these 20s could match up, we'd be golden. But nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, I mean it. I'm screwing myself by demanding that they be 100 quality. But I mean, if they're not 100 quality, then I might as well just skip it. You know, maybe like right at the end, like right before we're recording, I'll just throw together a couple of 80 or 90s or something like that, just for the heck of it, just so we've got some new stuff to throw onto the album. On the off chance, I mean, theoretically, one of those could be a hit too, right? I know all the other junk that I haven't recorded yet isn't a hit, so I might as well try my luck. Try my luck with these, right? So, okay. Practice for a couple of days here. Okay, off to Manchester. Education, wealth. Yeah, see, destitution. We've got a couple of atoms for destitution. All right. That's all right. I'm not worried about it. I'm not doing anything right now that's against... Do I need to bother mixing this up? I don't think there's really a point to bothering mixing this up. It's fine. It's all fine. It's all fine. We're just killing time to the tour anyway, so it's all good.
It's Shady O'Grady doing the night shift.
All right,
on
off to
Stranded Radio.
Birmingham.
Phones are busy tonight. Here's one by request.
Oh, the 100,000 shirts. Yeah, I mean, we shall see. We shall see. I mean, I you know, once we release the new album and I go on the new tour, I might have to get some more. But I don't know. It depends. We'll see how they sell on this little quick tour of the States. I'm just excited. I can't wait for this T-shirt designer, man. It's killing me. It is killing me knowing that we're like so close. I'm hoping that it's ready to go before I start my next playthrough of this game. So, I mean, fingers crossed. It would be nice to start with that. So,
It's the weird part of the night. You're with Shady
Okay.
O'Grady on Stranded Radio.
back
Doing
to
my part
Brussels.
keep things
Back home.
weird.
What's our inspiration looking like? You know what? You know what? Let's go see a show. That'll help. Look, oh, look, we got a battle of the bands. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Oh, a battle of bands with my favorite band, the Sassy Organization. They're so sassy. So get your bets in. Shaky, the Sassy Organization, Active Moons, Stone During Power. That's terrible. That's terrible. If we were basing it on band names, the Sassy Organization would have this locked in. Locked in. The gigantic pipes. Listen, guys, there's no need to brag. You know? Dita's Deluxe Music. There we go. Gary's Club. Good old Gary.
Howdy.
Howdy. I don't really care what these people have to say because I'm going to be touring in the States for the next month, so the attitudes here don't matter. Come on, Sassy Organization. You can do it. We believe in you. We've supported you from the jump. Shaky. Shaky. Once again,
It's a nice, cool
the Sassy
night.
Organization are denied. Unbelievable. All right. Can we develop some ideas yet? Please let us develop something. What do we got? A bunch of 3s we can slap together. No 20s, no 25. There's some 10s. All right, I'll take the 10s. But I think that's probably all I'm going to get. I mean, I'll combine these just for fun. You never know. I mean, a couple of 1s. It doesn't really seem much of a point, but that's okay. You never know. All right, well, there is a new 25 in here at least. Can we slap something together here anyway? No, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. There we go. No, it does not look like we can do this. Can we do this? It's the red that's killing us, isn't it? It's the red that's killing us. Yeah, because we have to use a. It has to be a spiky, and there's no spikies. That's so we're done for. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah. No luck again. No luck again. Oh well. Like I say, I mean, I feel better, A, because I have a hit, and I can meet the requirements of my contract. So for me, there's nothing that's impeding me. Anything beyond this that I'm able to squeeze out of this tour in terms of songs is just a bonus, really, at this point. So that's fine. That's all fine. All right, everything just kind of bouncing around there, the charts, nothing to see there. Okay, off to The Hague. Beautiful. Yeah, so I think I've kind of settled on the next playthrough, starting solo and then with each album adding a band member. So it's going to be a tough slog in the early game, and then towards the end it should get a little bit easier. But it means that every time I do an album and I add a band member, I'm going to have issues with regards to practicing. Like, I mean, because I'm going to have to re-practice all my songs. I think it could be a little more challenging.
I can feel the magic in the air tonight. You're with Shady O'Grady, listening to the sounds of the night on Stranded Radio.
Stop making sense in terms of, I'm not sure what you're referring to there, Benj. The Talking Heads album? That might just be me giving away my age by that being the first thing that pops in the head, but that I don't know if that's what you're talking about. All right. Ah, okay. I remember I saw, actually the very first concert I went to was David Byrne, and it was great because he came out at the beginning. Yeah, oh, okay, you know what? I think I saw that. I don't know if I saw that tour with the Talking Heads. I know I saw like I say, the very first concert I went to was David Byrne for the Talking Heads. I mean, I was a much younger man, obviously. And he did the same thing where he came out with just an acoustic guitar, and it was like real. There was no indication anything else was going on. And then they dropped the curtain, and there's like a full, like, this was back when he was kind of in his solo stuff, and he was kind of heavy into the Latin-inspired music. So there was this huge, like, there's like musicians just kept like popping out of the woodworks, like, you know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, like another curtain would pull back further, and there's all of a sudden there's like a brass section and stuff. It was crazy. It was an amazing concert. Let's see. We convert. What do we got? We got a couple 10s, couple 3s, couple 1s. All right, well, let's get these 10s in here. Okay, it didn't really help a whole lot. There's some 6s. Let's get those combined. I keep hoping that I'm going to keep matching the 15s and stuff like that, and then it's just going to kind of get me all the way up to where I need it to be, but not so lucky. But I mean, as long as we've got them, we might as well develop them. We've got the points for it. Better than nothing. All right, that's it. Do we have anything that's going to work? We're really screwed by by the reds, because the reds and the greens are just not lining up at all. So it just deep sixes anything that we'd want to do. There's just no way to make it work. Oh well. Oh, David Byrne is so, the Talking Heads, especially during that period. Like, I like some of David Byrne's solo stuff, but Talking Heads were just, I was never really a big Talking Heads guy. And then when I got to high school, I had, because really the Talking Heads were kind of, you know, they were kind of more popular in kind of the late 70s, early 80s kind of thing, where I wasn't really into that kind of stuff at that time. But then, I had a buddy of mine that was a huge Talking Heads fan, and he just got me like so deeply into them, by the time I was kind of, end of high school, and then during university kind of era. But yeah, such a good band. So many good songs. That buddy of mine got me into just the weirdest assortment of things. Here, the things that he introduced me to, okay, musically. All right. Talking Heads, Dave Clark 5, and I think also Corky and the Juice Pigs, who were a musical comedy act from from Canada, who are also amazing. Dave Clark 5, I mean classic, but like way before my time. Like I hadn't really listened to them before. So he got me into all sorts of crazy stuff. So it was much appreciated. Let's see. All right, we'll just keep these ones going. We've only got a day or two here. Okay, I see something might have changed here. Education? No, it didn't. Okay. All right, there's no real point. We're just gonna... Oh, I have to go to the gig now. Okay, never mind. Off to Prague. In a way, Rising Star has been maybe, I mean, in a sad way, a good way for people who are, big into music and going to concerts and stuff like that to kind of scratch a little bit of that itch at least, because, man, it's been a long time since I've seen any live music. I think literally the last band that I saw live was a cover band up here that covers only songs from The Simpsons. It's amazing. It's amazing. But that was, I think, the last live concert I ever went to. It's like, I did not want to... No offense to them. They're great. I've seen them twice in concert. They're amazing. I'm totally blanking on their names right now, of course. But I didn't want that to be my last... after a lifetime of live music and a lot of great concerts and seeing a lot of great bands, I didn't want to like die of COVID, and that was like the last concert that I went to was the Simpsons cover band. So okay, we got to go to Tirana to start the tour. We got to get over there. So not a lot of time to prepare, but that's a-okay. We're gonna fly there. View from the sky. Did I miss my first gig? Oh, crap. Crap, I did not... Why would they... Oh. I wasn't thinking. I was not thinking. Oh, no. We missed the first tour. Oh, no. Is the manager mad at this? Oh, the manager's mad at this. Oh, no. My apologies to Toronto. Oh no. Okay, well let's make sure we get to this next tour. Where are we going? Detroit? Whoops. In an ironic twist, I'd like to say I'm sorry to Toronto. I'm sorry, Toronto. And you know what? Probably one of those are warranted as well. Oh my god, this van is driving like a hunk of junk. Oh god, a 12 set. I don't even know if I have 12 songs to play for a 12 set. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. I think we're okay. We'll start with that one. We'll start with that one. We'll do that one. Hit him with Way of the Warrior. Boom, boom, Defiant. Little Green Men. Paradise Lost. Sons of... Oh, I want to try out Returns of Grace. You know what? Let's put that up. Let's put that up a little bit. Is that 12? 4? Oh, I need one more. Sons of Moog. I feel like this isn't gonna work out well from a... I feel like I'm gonna run out of steam by the time we get down to Sons of Moog here, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Oh no, am I still missing one? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, oh crap. Okay. The adversary. Oh, this is terrible. Oof. I guess. Oh, I did not plan this well. I did not plan this well at all. Oh no, this could be a long tour. This could be a long tour, everybody. Oh god. And I didn't do a banner. Oh, and Mr. Die even reminded me to do the banner, and I forgot. Oh my god. All right. Well, let's see how this goes. I'm keen to look at the energy levels. Oh yeah, we're gonna be screwed. Towards the end, we're gonna be screwed on energy, but I mean, it'll still be fine. That last song. You know what? We're not too bad, actually. You know what? Never mind. I stand corrected. It was 100% perfection, exactly as I planned. Look at that gig pay. Bob Sweeney, you swindling son of a bitch. Look at that. I made $700,000 and Bob took $500,000. Bob. For real? Come on, man. Come on, man. Whew. All right, well, that worked out. That worked out. I'm happy about that.
Stranded Radio. I'm doing my part to keep things weird.
Okay. Let's try and find the printer. And we've got some time. I want to find a printer and I want to find a garage. Because that's what I am in most desperate need of right now. A banner and a tune-up. That's what we need, boys. Let's see what we got. There's the garage. That's a good sign. Oh, and there's printing right around the corner. Look at that. Yeah, there's the problem. There's the problem. Okay, printing. Gig banner. Add a photo. Let's see. What are we going to add? Which photo haven't we used yet? I'm trying to think. We haven't used yet. I mean, this makes sense for a runabout. If the tour is called Runabout. I feel like got to put that runabout right front and center. Let's... like that. Tarok Nor. We'll bring it forward. We'll go to our normal font. Nope, went too far. Reduce the size. We'll put this over there. We'll put that down there. Let's maybe reduce the size a little bit more. Tarok Nor. Add some text. The Runabout Tour. Alright, let's see if we can't find something. Let's maybe lower the size or... put on one line. How'd we do it that way? What do we got? What do we got? Again, I mean, more effort than I need to. That's kind of funky. I kind of like that. Some of these are just awful. Some of the fonts are really, really good, and some of the fonts are like, who would ever use that on a poster? It doesn't make any sense. Okay. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. I feel like we've used that before, but that's fine. It's a good font. Runabout Tour. Boom. Buy that design. Yes, sir. Runabout. There we go. Excellent. Okay, now we are prepared. Now we got to go to... Actually, you know what? Where is there a deluxe music store? There we go. Let's go to the deluxe music store. Repair and refurbish everything, first of all. And Jadzia is going to need better symbols. Those last symbols that we bought at the other place weren't very good. I'm seeing if there's any better options. Nothing. Wow. Wow. Hot garbage. Okay, well, so much for that. And are there any decent drum heads that I can stock up on? Music writing, playing. I mean, I guess we'll pack up on a couple of playing. Are there any better drumsticks? I mean, wow, what a terrible selection. Good lord. So much for deluxe. Oh well. It means I might have to stop during the tour and get something, but it's only a short tour. We might be okay. Okay, now we're gonna get to a hotel.
You're with Shady O'Grady.
See one up here. We'll see if we can't. We'll see if we can't. Okay, park. There we go. Check in. See if we can't do anything with songwriting. We got lots of new ideas. Oh, hang on. I like to see this. I like to see 20s. There we go. We got a nice fat 35 idea. What else do we got? Some 15s would be good. Let's get those going. Let's make it a 20. I still got 30 points. I can do those 10s, I guess. Where'd they go? 10s, there they are. 10, 10. And just for fun, we'll just do these, I guess. There we go. Okay. Now, can we, at long last, write a song? Probably not. Okay, we got a 35. And again, look, nothing lines up. Not a thing lines up. Okay, there's a 20. I can match that with a 25. There's another 25. And then we're screwed. Unbelievable. 35. And then a 3. Nothing. No luck at all. Okay, well, I accidentally put a 35 back here. Let's put that back in. We'll keep that 25 again. We'll keep that 25 again. And that's going to be it. That's going to be it. Nothing. I thought I was all excited when we got that 35. I thought this is going to be the day. This is going to be the day. This is where our luck is going to turn on the songwriting. I was wrong. Dead wrong, but that's okay. We still got the rest of the tour. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. All right, now we got a 9 set. Okay, so let's take a look. Homefront. Return to Grace. And I guess Armageddon game. And then we're going to put in Way of the Warrior. And then we're going to do... I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll do Civil Defense. We'll do Little Green Men. We'll do Defiant. And then we'll do Sons of Moog, Paradise Lost. Or Paradise Lost, Sons of Moog. We do this. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. We're gonna wing it a little bit on that one. We're gonna wing it a little bit on that one. We'll see how it goes. I think that's probably gonna be fine still. 89. That's okay. That's okay. I'll take it. It's hard to complain.
It's a nice cool night. Perfect for cruising around with the windows.
All right,
down.
off to Cincinnati. I feel so bad about missing that first
Have a great night.
part of that first gig of the tour. I feel so mad about that. Okay, so we actually have enough that we could probably, instead of Defiant, we could probably just put like Family Business and then just move that like that. I think that's probably gonna work. Let's try that. See if we can't inch that up over the 90 plus. Oh. Well, that's cutting it awful close, but we got a little over the 90. We're okay. That'll do. That'll do.
I can feel the magic in the air tonight. You're with
Okay,
Shady
next
O'Grady.
to Indianapolis.
Sounds of the night on Stranded Radio.
Okay, we're just going to keep playing that same 9. Hopefully, if we either have no more 12s for the rest of the tour, or we have a couple of them mixed in so we don't wind up losing too much practice ability on the on those 3 extra songs that we're not playing in this set. We shall see. I think that was the final level up for Worf. I think we maxed him out. Yep.
On Stranded Radio.
Worf is maxed. There you go.
Here's one by request.
Louisville? Is that where the Baseball Hall of Fame is? I feel like that's where the Baseball Hall of Fame is. I'm not a huge baseball fan, so I don't know these things. I know the Hockey Hall of Fame is in Toronto, but we already dissed them. I don't want to diss 2 Hall of Fame cities at one time. Cooperstown, of course, yes. I'm thinking Louisville from Louisville Slugger. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You're 100% right, Bench. Cooperstown.
It's the weird part of the night. You're with Shady
All right.
O'Grady on Stranded
Nashville.
Radio. I'm doing my part to keep things weird.
This one I know. Home of the Grand Ole Opry. This one I know for sure, for sure, for sure. I was indoctrinated with enough country music in my life to know. This for sure. All right, big numbers all around again. We're happy.
It's a nice, cool night. Perfect for cruising around with the windows down and the system up. Shady O'Grady here.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Have a great night.
We're playing some huge gigs on this one. It's very good. Nashville's supposed to be a great town. Like, I have friends that have gone there before, too, and they loved it. And, like, my mom is a gigantic country music fan. Like, it's creepy. Like, she's a huge, huge country music fan. But we live in Canada, and she won't get on a plane. I'm gonna need to get some albums here. She won't get on a plane because she's terrified of flying. And at this point, I mean, everything's closed up now, and then driving to Nashville, you know, she just won't, she won't go. It's like, Ma, you know? Like, listen, my mom's in her mid-70s, you know what I mean? Her window of opportunity, you know, I'm assuming she's going to be with us for a long time still. She's in good health, but, you know what I mean? Nobody wants to go on a cross-country road trip in a car when you're like 85, you know what I mean? So, we've been trying to convince her to go, but to no avail, to no avail. Okay, let's go to Earl's here. We'll check in. Maybe a nicer hotel will be a little more inspiring. We can get something else done here. Let's see. Excuse me. Oh, my God. All right. Develop ideas. Come on. I want to see some quality wiggles. Couple of 10s, couple of 6s, no dancing 20s. No dancing 20s, no dancing 25s. Unfortunately. All right, well, what's on the move? Where was those? We had some 10s, I think, down here somewhere, didn't we? Yeah, well, let's get these 10s going. We'll do that. We'll get the 6s here, too. Why not? Now that opens up another 10, so we'll do those. Get to the 15. Slowly but surely. Look at this. We're getting there. Well, we got some ones. We might as well. We might as well. We've got a couple of ones here. We'll throw them in there. We gotta hit a CD place after this. Oh, Mr. Dawes already there, ready to remind me. Thank you, sir. Maz, welcome, sir. We are desperately trying to get a stupid song written here and having no luck whatsoever, of course. Yeah, the reds and the greens are screwing us again. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Bing, bang. Bong. Oh, wait. Oh, come on. Cruel. That's just mean. That's just not nice. It's 100 technical musicianship, too. Oh, brutal. Oh, well. That's okay. That's okay. So close. I mean, I should just write it, but no. No, no. That's one that I would put together at the end. You know what I mean? If after the tour, if I haven't got any more hundreds, I'll just slap together a couple of songs in the 90s and 80s that we can have to kind of round out the rest of the album, just so we can get some new stuff. You never know, we might get lucky. We might get lucky. Emily Swenson Stadium. Oh, I forgot again. Oh, no. Oh. Jeez. Honestly, that's definitely a marker moment. Because I knew I had to get more CDs. Mr. Daw reminded me at least once to get more CDs. I acknowledged him reminding me, and still forgot. Still forgot. Honestly. Like, at this point, I'm wondering if I need to go to a neurologist. Like, is there something desperately wrong with me? Man alive. Alright, let's stop by Allison's. Whoa, look out, studio. Oh, yeah, I'm out of everything. Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, I got you. I got you. How many? Oh, wait, not 150. Let's get, I don't know. How many should we get here? Let's get 30,000. Let's get 20,000 of these. Let's get 10,000 of these. Let's get 15,000 of these. And we'll see how that'll last us for a little bit. That'll last us for a little bit. How am I doing on shirts? Ooh, look at that. Wow. Okay, we need to get t-shirts. Didn't I buy like 100,000 t-shirts? What the hell? Alright, well, I'll buy 100,000 more t-shirts then, if you're gonna keep selling out. There you go. Alright. Although we do have to watch the budget, because as you can see, we are down to our last 22 mil, guys. We gotta start budgeting. We gotta start Keeping lean, keeping this tour lean. I mean, that 22 million could just whoosh, fritter away in no time. Oh, I did not see that on. I haven't been on Discord. I'm so bad at Discord, as you guys know. I keep telling myself and you guys that I'm gonna be better about Discord, and then immediately not doing that. So that's my bad. But I will definitely go check that out for sure. That sounds pretty cool, actually, Moz. I'll take a look.
It's the weird part of the night. You're with Shady O'Grady on Stranded Radio.
If I ever come up with a good idea in here as we're kind of rambling about the game, and it's like, yeah, someone should tell Todd about that. That'd be good. Someone go on Discord and do that. Someone do that for me, because I'm 100% gonna forget all about it and never do it. So, any good ideas, feel free to take all the credit for them if you wish, just to get them done. In the media section, okay. I will after the stream. I will check that out, Moz, for sure. Definitely want to see it. Sell the plane? Never, never. I'll sell all the property. I'll live on the plane. It's fine. There's a bathroom on board.
It's a nice, cool night. Perfect for cruising around with the windows down and the system up.
Virginia Beach. Heading up the coast.
Have a great night.
Oh, I didn't realize you couldn't busk unless you had at least one instrument. I assumed that you'd be able to just sing it out. Why can't you just go out in the street and sing a cappella? What's wrong with that? There was a lady actually in the town where I live, and I don't know. I don't think she was homeless, but I mean, she busked basically on the side of the street, and she sang opera. And she was absolutely amazing. So you'd be walking around downtown, and you'd just hear the most beautiful, beautiful singing, and you'd just be some lady at the side of the street with like a little, you know, like a little basket in front of her to throw some money in. And I'm like, why are you, this just seems like a gigantic waste of talent. But I guess there's only so many opera gigs to go around, you know? But I haven't seen her in ages. I mean, COVID, I guess, but even prior to that, I hadn't seen her for ages. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that that's because she got a cool opera gig and is touring Europe somewhere, hopefully. But yeah, like you could 100% do busking with just a, you know, just by singing.
Here's one by request.
Although, it's good to know, because that means that in my next playthrough, where I was looking at maybe starting off with just one, you know, starting off with one band member and then adding each one over time, it means that I won't start with a singer, because I'm going to want to busk right away to get the play skill up for that early grind. So maybe I start with like lead guitar and then get a singer after that. I think that's probably okay. So there you go. Useful information. I'm gonna completely forget that. So someone smarter than me, which is everybody in chat, please remind me of that before I start my next playthrough. Oh God. Okay. Let's get to a hotel, see if we have any more luck with a song. I feel like we're so close. If I go through this whole tour and I can't get a single 100 song in here, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be fuming. I mean, not really. I'll be Canadian mad, which is just kind of like maybe an eye roll and a sternly worded letter. But, all right, write a song. What do we got? 20 new ideas. Oh, that's what we'd like to see. Skadoosh. And we got some 10s as well. I'll take it. Okay. For the love of God, can we please let me write a song? Okay. There's a 35. That matches with that 35. There's a 20. All I need is 10 on the reds. Oh, you bastards. They're monsters. Okay. All I need is a 5. Basically, anything. I'm going to scroll down. I don't want to scroll down. I don't want to scroll down. If this is all grayed out. Oh, you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh my, that is quite toxic.
It is toxic. This is a toxic board. This is unbelievable. Okay. Is there any other way to make this work? Anything at all? Any combination? Nothing. Oh, I can't take it. I can't, my heart can't take it anymore. This is unbelievable. How is that possible? How is it possible that I can have 70 points? I can't come up with 30 points out of the other two. Okay, I gotta see if there's some sneaky way around. Is there a sneaky way around? I don't think so, because I'm still screwed with the... I mean, I'd have to do... that and that. That's it. So there's no other way to do it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. What am I leaving on the board here? I think it's a 35 I'm leaving on the board here somewhere. Or did I get it already? Yes, this 35 I need. All right, so let's... Unbelievable. I'm going to move that out of there so I can get this 25 back again. Ah, that's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Save it as an incomplete song? How do I even do that? What's that? There. Do I just finish writing the song and then I can just go back and fiddle with it? Or split up the stuff? I mean, I'm not really losing any of the 35s. Like, both of those 35s are locked in. I got all these 35s locked in, so I just need to find... Like I say, because I have a bunch of 35s that will lock together, right? This 35 will match with this 25. I got some 35s that'll do that. Let's see. Yeah, so if I just do that, then I can keep those 20s in that 25. To keep an extra 25 hanging in there. All right. Well, since we don't this one doesn't actually count as a song, so I'm not gonna pick something off our normal naming convention. Okay, so we're gonna call this one technical difficulties. Okay, so all right, so that technical difficulties is what that's going to be called. So we can split that up later to get that 25 lyrics out of it if we needed to. I mean, lyrics, I've always got 25s, so I'm not as worried about lyrics. So I've got, that's why, like, I just kept 35. The only reason I want to keep that 25 is if I get another one like this, another 25 from Keiko of the same sort, I can combine them for a 35. That's more what I want it for. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yes, yeah, I do have to remember not to practice it. There's no point. Oh, that was heartbreaking. That was so infuriating. Oh, that tested my Canadianness. That really tested my Canadianness. That was unbelievable. I'm missing a Toronto Maple Leafs hockey playoff game right now, and they can't give me one more 100+ song.
It's a nice, cool night, perfect for cruising
Ridiculous.
around with the windows down.
Ridiculous. Not just ridiculous, it's redonkulous. That's how mad I am about it. All right, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. We're going to find some inner calm. We're going to proceed with positivity. Otherwise, the tour is going well. Otherwise, the tour is going well. I'm trying to talk myself into a positive mood about it. All right. Tour is going well. We've got all of August to practice up and to get the recordings done that we need. We've got a hit to put on this album for once. It's all positive. Okay, we got to go all the way up to Chicago. Or all the way over to Chicago, rather.
Here's one by request.
Maybe a feature they need to add, actually. I was thinking about this as well. In terms of, like, where I was trying to find where the Norm Can't Shoot Arena is. And guaranteed it's in one of the cities that I've already been to. But short of, like, going one by one into each city looking for it, which seems a bit of a waste, there's no way for me to really tell. Maybe if they had a search function where you could search for a particular venue. I mean, I don't know why you'd need it. I mean, really, realistically, it's something I want him to take time and put an effort and put into the game strictly so I can find myself like a complete narcissist in the game. So, admittedly, that's an incredibly selfish request of me to make. Of poor Todd. Poor beleaguered Todd, who's working so hard for our benefit. All going well, all going well. One more week, and we are good to go.
Have a great night.
All right, let's hit the hotel and see if we have better luck. Listen, Kansas City's it's a smaller town. You know what I mean? A little more quiet, right? Theoretically. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe that's what we need. All right. Let's see. Some new ideas. Yeah, we lost a bunch of ideas. We got a couple wiggling, but nothing. I don't think there's going to be anything any particularly good here that's going to be useful to us. Let me just take a quick look here. Well, I mean, again, we might as well just... All right. I was hoping to get some of these wealth ones together because, again, that's popular right now in the States. So that would be a good one to get to sneak that one in right at the end. But not to be, not to be. All right, there's going to be nothing that's changed here. That's, yeah, if anything, we've got less options than we had previously, so I don't think we're going to have a chance. Okay. All right, we'll just rest. We'll just rest. Okay, so we'll finish off this week, and then I think we'll stay here to do the recording. Only because I want to keep tabs on the attitudes in the States. I mean, we'll obviously have to check the European ones as well once we're making our final decisions, but I want to maximize our opportunity. I want to have the maximum chance of success for this next album. I guess the problem is that once you get to a certain level in the game, Maz, is that you're visiting so many cities that unless you remember every time to check, it's so easy to miss one. I mean, I've been to like half the cities in the world at this point, you know? So I'm sure I've just didn't check, you know what I mean? I went in, I did a quick little tour stop and just, you know, and didn't bother to check. So unless you get booked into that stadium, you're not going to miss it. Especially if instead of like, it might not be a stadium, it could be a hospital that's named after me. It could be a park or something, right? So if it's a hospital, I'd never know unless I was specifically looking for it, right?
The night shift on Stranded Radio. The phones are busy tonight. Here's one by request.
Well, on the next one, I'm definitely going to be looking out for it. On the next one, I'm gonna annoy everyone watching my stream by religiously checking out the stadiums in every single town I play in until I find it or I die trying. One of the two. Bada bing. All right, we're getting close. We're getting close.
You're with Shady O'Grady on Stranded Radio. I'm doing my part to keep things weird.
We're playing to Ornery Cowboys. Sorry, I'm just kind of racing through this part, guys. This is the grind. This is the grind. Next month is where the rubber hits the road, and then we got to release that album. Yeah, that's because I went to go look, because I actually did remember to say I'm gonna go take a look, but then once I realized what's involved, because that's pretty much what you'd have to do. You'd have to just manually drive to every single city, because there's no way to like click on the city and see the map, right? So I need some strings. I have to physically go to the city, which is not ideal. Okay, I'm out of strings for who? Kira needs strings. While I'm here, I'll maybe do a repair and refurb. Okay, let's just do it this way. Playing bonus, what's the best? +2. There's a bunch of those. What about writing music bonus? What's the best one? Boom, congratulations. There's a bunch of those. Stage presence. Loving it. There we go. Keiko is probably... Actually, she's got lots. She's fine. Jadzia, do we have any better drumsticks for her yet? Or I'll check also... Oh, sorry, I'm not doing it there. Nothing with it as a +2 playing. I mean, I'll get a couple of them just because, but... Okay, let's just go to lowest prices. Writing music, playing, stage presence. Symbols, what do we got? There we go. There you go, get a bunch of those, get a couple of those. There you go. All right. Everybody happy? Let's repair and refurbish everything. Beautiful. Look at Jadzia Dax. She's got 46 grand just on her. Just spreading around money. What? How much money's everybody else got? 60. Worf's broke. Worf spent all of his money on blood wine and gach. Keiko is saving those pennies, man. 60 grand. Oh, we got a tour here. What am I doing? It's gonna miss another date. All right, all right. Oh, this is so much easier with a hit in the tank. Let me tell you, I've been grinding it out the hard way this whole playthrough. This feels pretty good. All right, last one, Houston.
Listening to the sounds of
Final gig of the tour, then it's back to New York. Or Toronto. I keep saying New York. I keep thinking my house is in New York, but it's in Toronto. Back to Toronto. Hopefully they've forgiven me in Toronto. There we go. Finish with a bang. Sold out of those. Okay, that's no problem.
It's Shady O'Grady doing the night shift.
All right, excellent.
Stranded Radio. The phones are busy tonight. Here's one by request.
All right, so the popularity, like I say, I think it's gonna dip down to probably by the time that we release. We still got a month before it releases. It'll probably dip down to mid 70s, 75, 76, and then, coincidingly down the road. But I think that still puts us in a much better position than we were at the start of the last album. So onwards and upwards. Okay, let's fly back to Hogtown. Here we go. The T-Dot. The 416. Or just the 6, I guess, technically. Let's see. Let's go home for a moment. Swanky. Do I have any inspiration? Is it worth bothering? Just a little tiny bit of inspiration. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so we need to take a look at the song list, and we need to figure out what's going on the album. Wealth, instrumental, and technical musicianship. I don't think much of those are going to help. I think I've got a couple of technicals. This one's wealth and technical, but I've already done Homefront. But that could serve us well. Well, by the time the album's out, I don't know if that's still going to be the case. But Return to Grace, actually, that's good because that's one that's going on the album. And that's both. We got a lot of technicals just because our musicianship is up so high. So that's all perfect. Okay, so what's going on the album? Well, we're going to have more flags for this here. We got to have Return to Grace. Let's do this one here. Boom. That's going on the album. Sons of Moog, congratulations. You're on the album. The Abandoned. You're on the album. Sons of Kales, also on the album. And of course, the big hit, Way of the Warrior, on there. Through the Looking Glass we'll throw on. Okay, so that's 5. That's our 500s. So that's our minimum requirements for the thing set. So then after that, we've got a couple here, profit and loss, technical difficulties. Then we're getting into second set. So let's try and see if we can't. Let's see if we can't try and write a song. Again, even if it's not in the hundreds, let's see if we can't try and write something decent that we can at least make something out of here. Let me see. Something in the 80 plus range. Okay, there's 85. There you go. 91 with technical musicianship, which is also important. Okay, and we can finally go back to the old episode list to figure out what the heck we're going to do. What was the last? It's been so long, I can't remember the last song we did. Well, technical difficulties, but Sons of Moog was the last one. So this one is going to be Bar Association. Isn't that the one where ROM unionizes the workers at Quarks? I think that's the one. That's great, where ROM quotes Marx, which is like complete sacrilege. And like every lefty's like, yeah, ROM, you go. Seize the means of production, baby. Okay. Okay, we got a 91. Let's see what else we can slap together here. Anything? I got a 35. I got a 25. And I think that's where it's going to end. Okay, so let's try something different. We got a 35 here. I got a 15 here. I could use a 25 here. That's better. 6 and 3. That's only 69. Nice. But it's in attitude, so it might still be worth doing. Oh, wait. What was that one we could rescue? Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Wasn't that a square, the one that we had saved in technical difficulties? Oh, baby. Salvage those ideas. Look at that. Take that out, put that in. 88, much better. It's not in theme, but it's an 88. I'll take it. I will take it. And you know what? Let's get Benjamin out of there and put Jedzia. Or no, I guess it doesn't matter. No, Benjamin's better because then we got one from me, one from all of you, except for Worf, but screw Worf, who cares? All right, so there we go. Perfect. Shout out to Maz on that one. That worked out well. I do want to take a look and see what the breakdown are. Okay, fast. Okay, high energy, low, medium. Okay, so definitely we want this to be a high energy because we're going to be lacking in the old high energies here. So high energy song, this one's going to be a session. Finish writing that song, and that's got to be it, right? That's got to be it. There's no way I'm going to get that lucky that I could do any more. 25, 35, 15, 3, 78, technical musicianship and wealth. It's a double. That's a double. I'll take that. Oh, I got to write a song title, I guess. That's good. Next up, rules of engagement. And again, any one of these, theoretically, by pure luck, could be a hit. We don't know. Okay, so now we have all those songs. Now we need to practice all those songs quickly. Quickly. Okay, Sons of Mogan, Return to Grace are all good. Way of the Warrior is good. Through the Looking Glass. And The Abandoned. Okay, ugh. If we have to record into, we have to have the album up at the end of September. So even if we drift into September a little bit, just because we're gonna have to take a little longer to get these practiced, it's all fine. It's all fine. Okay, hold the phone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I forgot to tag these. 7, 8, 9, 10. On the money. Okay, hang on. All right. Yeah, I think that works out perfectly. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Let's just get these other ones back up to snuff, and then we are good to go. Beautiful. Everything's at 100. All systems go. All right, we need to find somewhere to record, so we'll check out some of the recording places here in Toronto and see what we got. Try and find what the best option's gonna be. Let's check out Nadia. All right. Actually, you know what? Yeah, because we could do free producing right now because we'll have Worf produce this album. He's at 100%. Why not use him? Okay, 119 per hour. That's probably not the highest. Let's check out Christian.
It's Shady O'Grady spinning.
66. That's much worse. So far, Nadia is the winner.
Respect the Pinnacle.
There's one on every block, literally, in Toronto. This is perfect. Bruce. How are you, Bruce? 153. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Okay, so far Bruce is the winner. We're not going to check every single one on the map because Toronto's going to be a big city, but I mean, Amadeus Deluxe music, that's great. But we'll check out Eli. 137. All right, so we're still... You know what, let's just... I mean, I don't know that it's going to get all that much better. I think we'll just go back up to... Either way, listen, we'll be able to get it to 100 anyway. We're filthy stinking rich. We got all the time in the world. It's not a problem. Let's just go back over here to Bruce. From the philosophy department of the University of Waterloo. Sorry, I didn't mean to be offensive to Maz of Oz. With that Monty Python reference. Let's see. Okay, first of all, let's buy some CDs because we're out of CDs here. Let's see. Yeah, I can't do an Australian accent unless I am directly mimicking Monty Python doing a terrible Australian accent. All right. Let's start with the hit, baby. Let's get this one recorded. Ooh, I'm so excited to see how this album's gonna do. I got a good feeling. I got a good feeling. As long as these don't suddenly shift, which of course they're going to, now that I've mentioned it. I don't know why I even did that, but... Right? Wealth and technical musicianship. If we could just stay there. We will, of course, also check the European to see. I mean, really, if there's a conflict, I can't do anything about it. I've only got 10 songs that I can put out there. I haven't got any other choice at this stage, so hopefully none of these are going to conflict with what's going on in Europe. But if they do, they do. What are you going to do? I think even if one conflicts, I think that we still should be in good enough shape to get in there. But just on popularity alone. But we shall see. Just record horses again. No. We're not gonna cheese it. We're not gonna cheese it. We're gonna have success come honestly. I will shamelessly reuse If Wishes Were Horses on the tour though. I might bust out that for the tour. Listen, we can do a little cheesing at the end. There's nothing wrong with that. This is perfect. We're getting everything. I'm gonna have to go back and do a little another day of practice just to get everybody up to 100%. But we should be all right. I can get you Sons of Moog even still. Perfect. There we go. Worf's is if this album turns out to be super spectacular, it'll be a glowing endorsement of Mr. Worf, because this will be his first ever produced album, and it's gonna go rocket to the top of the charts, hopefully. Okay, let's go home. We're just going to do a quick day or two of practice to just get those last two songs up to 100%. We're taking no chances. We want nothing but success. Absolute, unadulterated success at all times. Hippocratic Oath. Oh, is there 3? Oh no, I did Hippocratic Oath. Sorry, never mind. Just those 2. The Abandoned and Sword of Kayla's the only ones that are left, right? Yeah. Wait a second. No, Hippocratic Oath is already on an album. Wait a second. Oh, am I short one now? Crap. Hang on. Let me count this again. Let me count this again. 1, 2, 3. Wait, hang on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Crap. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, so what else? What else can we do then? Hang on. We're gonna have to practice something else then, unfortunately. We can throw in the Maquis. The Maquis is an 89. I feel like we're still a little short on the old fast songs. Maybe I'll see what's the next one on the pipe there. Maybe I'll do Profit and Loss instead. Just because it's a fast, it's a high energy song, and I feel like we need more high energy songs because we've already got. Hang on, let me. Right, because I've got high energy, medium, slow, medium, high energy. Yeah, I think I'd rather have the high energy song in there. So let's do Profit and Loss. What's the themes on this one? High energy and anarchy. Okay, well, it's kind of out there. And what was the Maquis? What's the... Just Law and Order. Okay, well, we got a better chance with this one here. Let's do that. Warp's not feeling well. Too bad. Okay, so we can release anytime now. Perfect. So we can go, we'll record these last 3 songs, and then we're laughing. Then we're laughing. Chauffeur to Bruce's. Before I forget, let's put that in there. Why only 92? What? Why only 92? Is it because Worf's sick? Am I just dumb? Am I missing something? I mean, that's usually the case, right? But why can I only get these to 92 at this point? Everything's maxed out. Why all of a sudden this is not working? Must contain 5, at least that. Okay, well that, so I'm fine. I could do it even if it's not at 100%, but it's annoying me because I should be able to record this to 100%. This one is 100 is 100 rated. Maybe it's just because Worf is sick. Let me go to the hospital and get him fully unsick. All musicians are at perfect health. Just to see, I don't think that was the issue, but just in case. Oh, yeah, that was it. Oh, wow, I didn't realize that. So if the producer is not feeling well, his ability to produce goes down. I mean, that makes sense, I guess, but whew, okay. There we go. See, even at this late stage of the game, we're learning. We're learning. Profit and loss. Boom, there we go. 10 songs, all maxed out. Okay, let's release this bad boy before there's any problems. Okay, we need to find the printer is behind us. Enters this way.
You're with Shady O'Grady.
CD covers. Now, what were we going to call this one again? We were going to call this one, less thriller, less filler, more thriller? I'm trying to remember from last stream. I think that's what we were going to call it. Because we were going to try and see if we can beat the record. We can beat that record. I mean, I don't know how long we're going to be playing this game for if we're going to go 37 weeks at number 1. But, we'll see. We'll keep going. We'll try it. Okay. Let's add a photo. I'm trying to think what we haven't used yet. What haven't we used yet? Did we use this one? I feel like we might have used this one on a tour. We used that one. We used Bashir. We used this. We used that. We used this. I don't know we used this one, did we? I don't remember. We used that one for Promenade. I don't think we've used this one, have we? I mean, just the standard shot. I don't think we've used this one yet. Or we could use the poster that's hanging in the room. Although that's because of the orientation of it, that could be problematic. Let's put that in there. I don't think we've used this one for an album, have we? Where's my albums? Hang on. Okay, we use that one for Wishes Were Horses. Taylor, obviously. Wormhole, duh. Promenade. We got the Odos. And then, of course, Disco Cisco. Okay. Yeah, I think we haven't used this one. No problem, Mr. Daw. Thank you. I like this one because Bashir is way down here in the corner. Screw you, Bashir. I might even cover you up with the band name. Right over your face, you quitter. All right. Less filler. More thriller. Actually, you know what? We don't need to be that grammatically correct. I don't need to put the actual comma in there. Stick Worf over here. Oh, if I had a picture of Worf, that would be great. That would be an idea, wouldn't it? I was trying to think of how... We can't really place it anywhere without cutting anybody off. Really. I mean, I don't want to cut off Quark, but we may have to. We may have to, but at least we're blocking Bashir, and that's the important thing. So there we go. All right. Let's change that color, though. Maybe we need a different... I think we need a different font. That's just kind of a boring font. Let's see what we got. Something legible would be good. Something spooky might work. Yeah, like that's... I like that font, but it's completely illegible. It's completely illegible. Let's see. We're looking for something a little thick. Little thickness. What about this if I put this in a different... No, it's not going to work. That actually... No. Oof, there you go. How's that for thick? Okay, I'd like something with a little bit of a border in a way. Or I could do it twice and just pick... and just oversize it. Or I could do... Wait a second. I could add a graphic. I can do... where is it? Splashes? Splatters? I could just throw... I could, like, take that bad boy, add it in. Put that back in the layering. Increase the size. Like that. There we go. That's not too bad. Okay, that gives us different options for the font. So let's go check out this font again here and see if we can't find something a little more. I mean, these always look spooky. I don't think we're going to go for spooky. I kind of like that. All right, 61 so far. 61. Let me just take a quick little peek through. I'm putting... Listen, I know I'm putting in, again, too much thought into this, but... Listen, this could be our final album. How about that? We're going to put that. There we go. Okay. Tarok Nor. We're going to bring that up. We're going to put that over to, of course, classic Tarok Nor font. 41. We're going to lower the size way down. Because we do not want to block any of our guys there. Well, you know, we'll put it right here. We'll put it right in the middle. Put it right in the middle. Do I need another splatter for that, though? I probably do. Let's add another graphic. Let's do a different splatter. Let's do... that splatter. Put it back one. Tarok Nor. Just for now, we'll put it there. Like that. We'll put that back one, and we'll change this element to maybe something a little different. There you go. Maybe like that, where you kind of... Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. Again, I'm putting in entirely too much thought into this, as always. As always. I'm going to lower the size down a little bit. Little bit. Alright, you know what? That's not my best work. It's not my best work, but it'll do. I want to reduce that. I don't want to block off the lovely Nana visitor. Okay, close enough. Close enough. There we go. Buy this CD. Are you sure you want to buy it? Yes, I do. Less filler, more thriller. Done. Okay, now we're just going to hike up the street here to the studio. We're going to slap it all together. And we are going to release this bad boy. Assemble. Less filler, more thriller. Cover design. Skadoosh. Oh man, I'm gonna be if this opens at like 10th or something, I'm gonna be so mad after all the work that we've put into this. We're gonna lead with the hit, baby. We are leading with that hit. All right. There we go. That's it. That's it, baby. 10 songs. We've met all the criteria. Everything's good. 5 highly quality. All right, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, everybody. Released. I think that we're gonna stick around here in America because, or Canada, technically right here, North America, because I want to start the tour this time. I want to start with the U.S. tour, Because again, I think that if we don't open at number 1, I want to at least get there quickly. So, yeah. All right. So in the meantime, let's go home. And let's get started. Let's get the manager started on figuring out the tour. I'll take this week off so that we can practice up a couple of songs and so forth. But, oh, I wanted to check and see. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Wealth, instrumental, technical, and in Europe it's wealth. Okay, so wealth is fine. Law and order, religion. Okay, I don't think that we have any anarchy songs on there. We definitely don't have any destitution songs, and I think we're fine. I think we're fine. It's good that wealth, so wealth is going to get us a little bit of traction in Europe and more in the US. Okay. All right, good. Whew. All right. So let's get the manager working on the tour. Book the tour. Now, the more thriller US tour. Okay. And we are going to start. Today's the 4th, so yeah, we're going to start on September 11th. An auspicious day to start. Maybe, you know what? Let's start on the 12th. Let's just start on the 12th. Let's not jinx ourselves. Let's start September 12th. That's fine. All right. Let's try and find oh, crap. Oh. God, how many times have I done that? Unbelievable. Oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to call this the less filler tour, and then the European one will be the more thriller tour. There we go. Okay. That's nice symmetry. Okay, there we go. We're just looking for... As far as I'm concerned, if I get anything that's like... Anything 80 plus, I'm jumping on right away. Anything mid 70s up, I might just jump on just to be done with it, depending on how fed up I get with looking. Let's maybe go down to the West Coast, because we didn't really tour too much down here, I think, last time. We've mostly been kind of northeast and in the south. So we'll try some of these areas up here. We'll work our way up. Work our way up the coast a little bit. Oh, Vegas, we gotta check and see. No. Boise, Idaho. That's a great place to start. No, no such luck. Portland? That's a good music city, right? There's 2 Portlands, so I can never remember which is the good music city. I think it's that Portland. Tacoma, Washington, Seattle. Come on. No. The Couve? No. Start over on the Isle? No. Abbotsford. Why is Abbotsford even on this map? No offense to any people watching from Abbotsford. I'm sure it's lovely. Oh. Yeah. That's a band name, all right. That's a band name. I'm tempted to tour just so I can tour with that band, but no. We're not. Todd, what are you doing? Okay. Oh, I screwed it up. I got so distracted, I pushed the wrong button. Oh my god. Okay. You know what? Let's start September 13th, just so we can get some different, ideas. I didn't even look to see. Oh god, that was too much. Too much. Somebody better clip that. Okay, we're getting a few better. We're getting some better options here. Nothing that's gonna make me jump yet, but we're at least getting up in the 60s and stuff. So I think the change in start day was probably smart. We'll find something eventually here. Ottawa, Montréal, Trois-Rivières, Quebec, Jonquière. Oh, why am I so stupid? Why am I so stupid? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. You know what? Let's start in the 10th. What if we start a little early? Maybe that's the problem. Oh, it has to be 7 days. That's why. Okay. Then let's start the 13th. New York. Nothing. Okay, pretty soon I'm just going to pick something. Okay, 69 is the highest so far. I'm going to check a bunch here. If worst comes to worst, listen, we could be the opening band. There's nothing wrong with that. Chicago. I'm just hitting the bigger cities, I think, here. Oh, we got to check all the Wisconsin ones. Got to check all the Wisconsin ones. Nothing. Oh wait, I'm missing one. I'm missing one. Wait, I did two. Milwaukee. It's Milwaukee. St. Louis. We got Miami. Houston. Dallas. Good Lord, I just want to start my concert, guys. I'm gonna do a run up the coast here, and if not, we're gonna go and do that one that was 69. There you go, Maz. It's in there forever. It's in there forever. We're gonna get the game removed from Twitch due to TOS, just based on random band names. All right. Sault Ste. Marie. No. I don't know why I even thought that was going to be a thing. Okay, where was that 69 one? I don't even care at this point. Oh. God damn it. Ah! Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. I know I'm starting this for the 4th time. It's just perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. That's exactly as I intended. Exactly as I intended. It's all part of the master plan. Where the heck was that? There we go. We'll start in Philly with the cheerful detail. Okay? If you can't find an 80 plus, at least find one that's 69, baby. Nice. Okay, so the tour is going to go... so we're starting here, so it's going to go for the rest of September, October. I need to do 50 shows, right? So that's got to go at least 10 weeks. So we're going to have to go into November. Let's go to November 19th. And then we can start. Yeah, let's do that. So that's about 2 months. That's about 2 months. That's probably fine. That should be good. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Done. Task is assigned. Okay, so these ones we'll sort by tag first of all. We got to make sure that these all stay crispy, because these ones are definitely going to get some playtime. On the tour, we also want to do If Wishes Were Horses. We gotta find that again. Where's that? There it is. If Wishes Were Horses, we'll get that practiced up. Okay, let's start with that. let's take a quick look at the tour here. Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Washington. Okay, so we're all over the place. We're going down the coast, down through the south, into Florida, Tallahassee. Where are we moving from there? Back up. It's all south, baby. Then we get up into Chicago, up into... Okay, so we're playing Wisconsin. So all you Wisconsin fans, it's all good. We're playing in Thunder Bay for some reason. That's a random... Winnipeg, Regina, Saskatoon, Edmonton. Okay, so we're doing a bunch of Canadian dates. That's good. We're playing Seattle. We're playing Tacoma. We're playing... Okay, so we're getting over to the West Coast. We're just not going south, I guess, to... Well, let's see. Oh, Sacramento, California. Okay, so we are going through California and stuff, Arizona. Okay, so even though starting on the opposite side of the coast, we still managed to make our way over there. Okay, all right. And look at that. Here's an appropriate one. Norman, Oklahoma. Right? Perfect. That's going to be a nice one. It looks like it's all 9-song sets. So let's figure out what our set's going to be then. Because even though we have 10 songs, well, we could probably just make it directly out of here, especially if we're adding in If Wishes Were Horses to the mix. So between these plus If Wishes Were Horses, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, I don't even need to practice. I could have started this earlier. There's going to be no 12 sets in there, so I don't think I have to worry about it. If I do, I'm only one short anyway, because I've got 10 songs on the album plus If Wishes Were Horses, so we're fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Is there any by attitude, just in case we need a little extra oomph? Let's do... We'll do Home Front as well, just because it's... Just because we can. Boom. We're already fully done. Okay. If Wishes Were Horses, we'll keep that. We'll keep that. Keep that. Keep that. Okay. I'm just at this point, there's nothing really to be done, so I'm just kind of killing time. Okay, here's going to be the debut. Here's the debut. Debuts at numero uno in the United... Oh, it's in Europe. That's in Europe. Okay, all right. Well, first of all, listen. Number 1 with a bullet, baby, in Europe, but... Bunch of awards. But how did we do? Oh, look at that. Number 1 worldwide. We did it. We did it. I set that goal. We hit that goal. We debuted at number 1 worldwide. We are officially the greatest band. I'm not going to say of all time because we still have to knock off one Mr. Michael Jackson. All right? So hopefully 38 weeks from now, we'll be saying that we are the greatest of all time. But for now, we are definitely the greatest in the world. We have reached the goal that I wanted to reach in this playthrough. I'm super happy. All right? This is perfect. This is great. So, but listen, we still got to stay focused. We still got to finish the contract. Right? We're not going to bow out outside of the contract. Thank you, Shark. Thank you. And yes, I will buy some CDs because I have not bought CDs. You are correct. I'm going to try my best to remember. But we're going to finish out the contract. So we're going to do the US tour. We're going to do the European tour. By the time those are done, the Shady Awards will be out, the nominations. And fingers crossed, we'll have... I'm hoping for at least a nomination. Right? I'm hoping at least for... I've never been nominated for a Shady. I would like to get at least one nomination. So that's the next goal. But listen, between then and there, we got a lot of road to cover. We got a big tour coming up. Oh, that is so amazing. That feels so good. That's a huge weight because I was worried about the US. I was worried about the US. I'm glad we did that little tour through the US because I don't know if that helped any, but it didn't hurt. Let's put it that way. All right, let's go to the studio and let's buy up a bunch of CDs because, as correctly predicted, you know what? Let's do more than that. Let's do 50,000 CDs. Boom. Let's get a bunch of those. Let's get a bunch of those. Let's get some of those. And if Wishes Were Horses, I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna really be buying too many of those, but that's all right. Okay, that'll do for now. I mean, we're probably gonna need to buy more at some point, but that's good for now. Got to get some more shirts. So shirt place is right here. That works out well. Buy shirts. You know what? Let's get not 20,000. 200. Oh crap! Stop! Ah! Okay. Oh, I can only buy 100,000 at a time. Okay. There we go. Okay. Lots of shirts, lots of CDs, lots of money, lots of success. I'm not gonna hang the awards until I get back to Brussels, because that's where that's HQ. That's HQ. Shout out to Brussels. I've never been to Belgium, but I feel like it's my home away from home now. I feel obligated on my next swing through Europe to give a little swing by Belgium. All right. We basically just got to kill 2 days until the tour starts at this point now, so we'll just do a little practice run here. There we go. Okay. Practice. 2 days. Okay. Let's get to Philly. Okay, now we gotta sort out the 9 set. So we're gonna go by play skill. We're gonna start with If Wishes Were Horses. Beautiful. And I mean, I'm tempted to throw Homefront in there just because it's so good right now. It's not part of this album. It's on the last album, but it's so hot right now, like Hansel. But then if that's what, you know what? I'm gonna stick with promoting the actual album itself. We gotta promote the album. We still got some good stuff here, right? We got that one. We got that one. Do I need to put in? Put in Way of the Warrior. Put in Rules of Engagement. We'll do Sons of Moog. We'll do Sword of Kales. Prophet. Abandoned. Oh, actually, not abandoned. Hang on. Oh, no, we'll do the Abandoned, and then we'll do Bar Association. That look right? 333. Banner is going to be Runabouts. Oh, no, Banner, we need the new banner. Where's the new banner? Oh, we didn't do a new banner. Oh, my God, we didn't do a new banner. Okay. I'll do this show, and then we'll do a new banner. I knew I forgot something. I always forget something. Okay, just ignore that tour. Ignore that banner. How is the audience interest level this low? Like, that's still a good concert, but how is that not killing it with? Hang on, I gotta check this out and see. How is that possible? We have 2 hits. Audience had a lot of energy to release. Oh, they're still up on energy. Okay, so I need to move these around a little bit. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
It's the weird part of the night. You're with Shady O'Grady.
Okay, Wilmington.
I'm doing my part to keep things weird.
Okay, we gotta find the print shop. Slap a banner together real quick. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? While I'm here, I'm gonna slip inside and we're gonna repair, or even refurbish everything. Okay, there we go. Damon, welcome. We just released the latest album, and it was #1 with a bullet worldwide, baby. US and North America, rather, and Europe. So we're very, very happy. We're just starting the tour now, and I'm desperately trying to find where the heck the stupid print shop is in this place. Oh, God. Never a print shop when you need it, everybody. Alright, I'm gonna go up to the gig. If I can't find the print shop, we'll have to do that on the next town. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Back it up. I just saw it. Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was, That was honestly, that might have very well been the best band name that I've seen yet. That's pretty good. It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. There, we can, oh, look at this. We can just, yoink. There you go. You can just see the top of his head, or we could just increase the size there. Boom. There we go. I'm not even gonna put the band. I'm not even gonna put less filler. We're just gonna put Tarok Nor in there. That's the important thing, right? The band name is the important thing. This one's about the people. This one's about the band. This one's about the crew. This is who this is about. Right? Look at that. Do I put in a splashy in behind it? No, you know, yeah, let's put in a splashy behind it. We'll put in a splatter. No, that's not gonna work. We'll put in that one. Put that over. We'll put it back, and then Tarok Nor. We'll just give it a nice blue. All right, we did red on the album cover, so we'll stay consistent. We'll do red. Okay, that's good. That's good enough. Okay. Much better. Okay, now we can actually do it. Thank you, Mr. Dodd. Thank you. Okay. Now, oh, I forgot to switch the things. Oh my god. I'm the dumbest person ever, honestly. Honestly. Think where I would be if I were just playing this game on my own and I didn't have chat here to constantly and usually pointlessly remind me of every little thing that I'm not doing. You know what I mean? Like, even with you guys here reminding me every stream to do all these simple things I should know automatically by now. Still, even still, I fail. If I was on my own, forget it. Forget it. It's a miracle I can make this game work outside of chat. Alright. Baltimore. This time I gotta remember to switch up the order. We're gonna switch up the order here. We're gonna move that down. We're gonna move that down. Let's try that. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll try that. We'll see. Now, we're obviously not going to run through, we're not going to run through both legs of the tour on this playthrough. But I do want to, I do want to try and get through a couple of gigs here. Get through a couple of gigs. Get us started. Get a head start on it now. And then in the next stream, we will finish off the rest of the tour, and we'll do all that stuff. All right. Whew. Oh, I can't believe we got #1 in both. I was really worried about the US. I was really worried about North America. I was pretty confident on Europe. I didn't want to be confident because I knew if I said for sure it was going to be 100, then I was going to jinx myself. And I knew I was gonna fail in Europe. But I was genuinely on tenterhooks about North America. I don't know what a tenterhook is or how that expression started, but I'm worried that tenterhook is like some kind of torture device, you know what I mean? And every time I say that I'm on tenterhooks about something, which I don't say often because it is a little weird, but that I'm like making fun of some guy who got like, you know, horribly murdered in like the medieval times, in the Dark Ages, as it were. All right. I gotta check our popularity. The popularity is going up. I mean, with these hits going too, that's gonna help our popularity in each of the individual places that we're visiting. So every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. I'm not gonna complain. Already, look at that. Already a gold record. 500, easy. Easy. Okay, we're still at #1 in Europe. I guess the question now is, are we going to drop out of #1 position? Oh, we've already dropped out of #1 in US and Canada. Wow. Woo, I got that first. I opened at #1 and we lost it immediately to Disease During Need. All right, so we're definitely not beating Thriller in North America, but listen, we had a good run in Europe last time. We might do the same here. I don't know. We shall see. We got some strong contenders here. Do any of them have good names? That's the important thing to keep. Coles in the base, terrible. The new guide, terrible. Terrible. Dear Shirts, I kind of like. Before Progressive Hope, listen. As a hopeless lefty, I'm all about that progressive hope, baby. All right. How would in U.S. Canada? Disease During Need is a terrible name. I don't like that. The Ashamed Cake. I kind of like that one. We saw Mexican Prophet before, didn't we? I'm pretty sure I've seen this band. They're from Germany. I'm pretty sure I've seen that band. I remember that name for sure. Grizzled Junkie, I really like. I really like an Anxious Exchange. This the whole thing is great, especially being from Tampa, Florida. Grizzled Junkie, Anxious Exchanges. That's Florida in a nutshell, baby. That is Florida in a nutshell. Beautiful. Okay, let's get to a hotel. Let's get to a hotel. This is a cheap-ass hotel. I don't know why we're doing that. I mean, I'm full of inspiration. I don't know if there's really a point to writing any songs at this point because this is going to be the last album. But you know what? Just for funsies. What do we got? What do we got? We'll see. We'll just write some... Watch, now we'll get all the 100 songs. Watch, on this tour, I'm going to write like 1,500 level songs. Everything's going to match. It's all going to work out perfectly. There we go. That's all fine. Okay. We're just going to rest. We're just going to rest. I'll play out the rest of September. We'll play out the rest of September at least. Oh, I was honestly, with the, as sad as it is, I was stressing all day about releasing this album. It's a little pathetic that a man of my age, this matters so much, but I was really stressing. I thought I'm going to be so bummed out if this does not get #1. All right, we're killing it. Return to Grace is even getting, what happened there? What is that all about? I guess it might just be because it's, yeah, just because it's in theme. It's double themed right now, so that's probably why it's going up a little bit. But listen, hey, I'll take it too.
Nice, cool night.
I will take it.
With the windows down and the system up.
Down to Greenville.
Say, have a great night.
All right, we'll keep at it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All good?
I could feel the magic in the air tonight. You're with Shady O'Grady, listening to the
All right, we're doing our tour through the South down to Florida. The Zealous Observation. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not a bad name. We're gonna. I think on the next playthrough, I might keep a tab. I might keep a running list of our favorite band names. I mean, it's hard to beat that last one. But as we go through the playthrough, we'll find the best of the best, the cream of the crop.
It's Shady O'Grady doing the night shift on Stranded.
Yeah, well, if we can cap this off with a Shady Award, I can die a happy man. I can die a happy man at that point. That'll be an ultimate success if we can cap this with. I mean, like I say, even a nomination I'm going to be happy with. I don't even have to win one. If I won one, that's great. But just being nominated would be amazing. I still don't know whether they fixed it because I know they're having some issues with people winning the Shady Awards. It seems to be very rare and a little bit buggy. So I physically may not be able to win the Shady Award. But that said, being nominated would be great. Did things change? Wealth Instrument? No, we're still good. Okay. I saw our performance went down a little bit on that one, so I just wanted to make sure that we didn't these didn't flip on us. All right. At the end of every week now, I'm getting nervous too because I want to make sure that we're staying at #1 on Europe. I mean, I can't imagine that we would do so well. I mean, I think really we lucked out with being 20 weeks at #1 before. I think to expect it to listen, if I can hit 20 weeks again, I'll be excited. But I think the expectation that we might get to 37 weeks or 38 weeks is perhaps a bit optimistic. A bit optimistic. I don't want to let all this success go completely to my head and drive me crazy. Macon, Georgia.
Have a great night.
There we go. Much better. Much better. I mean, we're playing smaller spaces here, but that's because the opening band is only 69. If I needed somebody at least 70 plus, so that's the reason. Hopefully the European leg will be able to find somebody a little better to tour with, but it's all good. It's all good. There we go, baby. Platinum. All right, we're holding steady at number 1. Holding steady at number 1. And look how close we are for Disco Cisco. Look how close. So close to the 10 mil. I might have to stick around a little bit longer just to see if we can get that one. Let's take a look and see how we're doing. We're back on top. Back on top in the US and Canada. So it's not continuous, so it doesn't count toward the record, but I'll take it. I'll take it. That's all right. Okay, we just got to get to a hotel for the night. I like how we've got 25 million in the bank and we're staying at a $35 a night hotel. That's pretty cheap, Cisco. That's pretty cheap. All right. So, at this rate then, on Friday, the next Ferengi Friday, that should be the last one of this playthrough. We're at the end, guys. We're going to get to, this is episode 23, so 24 episodes. Each one at least 2 hours long, so this is like basically 2.5 days of our lives on this. So, for those of you who have been watching along the whole time, thank you. Probably after this playthrough is done, so after Fridays, I'm probably gonna take maybe the next week off just because just coincidentally next week is actually a little bit busy for me anyway. So I'm gonna take the week off and I want to try and kind of really think out what I'm doing for the next playthrough, and try and be more prepared for it. So. We'll see. We'll see. But we'll definitely be back with Trek Tuesdays and Ferengi Fridays. We're going to keep the party going.
It's the weird part of
The advantage of having Star Trek as the theme is that there's so much like I could do playthroughs like till the end of till the end of time, you know what I mean? I got the original series, I never did anything with Voyager or Enterprise or Discovery or Lower Decks, or I mean, like I could just keep going forever and ever. The movies, you know, I could do a Klingon playthrough, Ferengi playthrough we could go back to doing. So lots of options, lots of options. But it's good because I feel that the next playthrough we're gonna do something a little bit different with the way that we're doing it, and then I'm hoping that by the time that playthrough is done, there'll be some more updates to the game, which will make the, you know, I don't know when the next major update's going to be coming, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We're going to wing it, guys. We're going to figure it out. Yeah, I mean, it does. I hadn't really, I mean, again, because I'm not very smart, I hadn't really thought that out in advance. I was like, oh, I like Star Trek and I like this game. Let's just do them both together. But it does kind of take some of the guesswork out in terms of naming. Although at the same time, coming up with fun names is also pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, it's also kind of coming up with funny names is not an unpleasant thing. Not an unpleasant thing. So, but it does save a little bit of time when you're churning out, especially during that period, you know, that kind of like mid period where you're churning out songs and songs and songs and songs and songs. It helps keep things going. Helps keep things going.
Listening to the sounds of the night on Stranded Radio.
I was playing around though, just on my own time off this, but with the randomizer. And you get some very, I mean, in the same way that we get random weird band names and things like that, you get some really, really weird, song titles going through that. It's a little nuts. It's a little nuts. Usually what I'll do is I'll do a random, and then until I get one that's kind of close, and then I might like change it a little bit, you know what I mean? It's kind of a good way to kind of get inspired for a song name. You know, get you 75% of the way to a song name, right? That'll do.
It's Shady O'Grady doing the night shift on
Okay, where to next? Where to next?
Phones are busy tonight.
Cape Coral.
Here's one by request.
All right, I don't think we need to chauffeur it. It's right here. Did these change? I saw a little glowy. Wealth, technical, musicianship, and nature. I don't think that screws us on anything. Let's just take a quick look at the old song list, first of all. Yeah, I don't think that hurts us at all. I think we're fine. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I guess another way to do a playthrough, I mean, if I wasn't married to the Star Trek theme, you could pick an actual band that has like a very, very, you know, large discography, like the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, or what have you. And you could just play as them, you know what I mean? Like set your lead singer as Mick Jagger and, you know, get the band members in that way. And just start naming the albums after the albums. You can name the songs, you know, from, you know, actual songs from those albums, and you can just try and kind of artificially recreate the career of your favorite band, right? If they've got enough. The trick is, I mean, you could easily have like, you know, 100 songs, right? So you need to make sure you've got someone that's got a significant enough discography that they could do that. But I mean, that's easy if you're, like I say, if you're like the Beatles or the Stones for sure, you know what I mean? Or a band like that, you know? Zeppelin, you know, I'm sure you could probably manage it that way. That would be an interesting playthrough too. That would be a good idea. I would like the ability to customize when you hire someone, like when you hire a band member, I'd like to be able to customize their appearance, like fully customize their appearance, right? So you can make them to whatever you want to make them to. That would be a lot better, right? Like, because here, you know, we had to kind of wing it a little bit, right? For some of the band members, right? All right, still number one. And, oh, that's not it. Hang on, let me see. Still number one across the board. Beautiful. All right, Florida time. Oh, wait, I know how we can celebrate. Number one in the world, baby. Time to mow some lawns. The pigeons, still unimpressed. They don't care that I'm a gigantic rock star success. They don't even care that I'm mowing their grass right in front of them. They could care less. My success means nothing to them. Nothing to them. Okay, just trying to find a hotel. Anytime you're ready, game, just let me see where that hotel is. How big is this town? Jesus, where am I? I'm in Miami. Okay, fair enough. Fair play, fair play. Miami's a big town. What's the inspiration's almost full. Again, there's literally no point to doing any of this at all because I've already reached the pinnacle of my success. But we'll do it anyway. Okay. Put that down, we'll put that down, we'll put that down. Get that 20 down there. Alright. There's literally no point. I don't even know why I'm doing that at all. No point whatsoever to that. Okay. I think we're in October. If we were in November, I might make a run for the end of the year. If we're in December, rather. But we still got a ways to go. So I think I'm going to end it there, guys. But let's take a quick little peek. Take a quick little peek at the success here, first of all. Again, the synergy. The synergy. Incredible. Let's see what our popularity. Popularity rising again. Rising again. It's probably easily going to get up to the hundreds. At least in Europe. Crushing it. Album sales. Again, we're so close. We're so close on this one here. We'll definitely, this is going to hit the 10 million mark on the next stream easily. This one's just going to keep on going through the roof, of course. That's no problem. That's easily going to make triple platinum, I'm sure. And again, oh, it looks good. It looks good. Number one, fits like a glove, baby. Fits like a glove. All right, let's beam back to the mothership. Excellent. All right, guys. I mean, that was just success upon success upon success. So thank you for being here with me to watch it. Next stream on Ferengi Friday is going to be very likely the last stream. We're going to finish through the US tour, and we're going to do the European tour afterwards. Hopefully in between, we can get a Shady Award. Fingers crossed, baby. That's the next big milestone. I got to check off the old bucket list. All right, but we debuted at #1 in America. We debuted at #1 in Europe. Unprecedented. 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 All right. Like I say, I'm going to be back on Friday for Ferengi Friday. I also play Crusader Kings 3 on Thursdays, which you guys can come check out if you want to. And I've been playing a bunch of Mass Effect too, so I'm trying to get squeeze in some Mass Effect where I can. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but probably not till the weekend. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. All right. Let me see. Thanks, guys. I'm going to say goodbye to the... let's all say goodbye to the YouTube people. Goodbyes in chats for the YouTube people. Bye, YouTube people. Goodbye. Like and subscribe. Smash that like... You know... I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna...